Hmm.
All right, we are live.
We've done it.
We've done it. Well, we're here for...
I was checking our audio. I'm sorry.
Wow,
I just stopped talking. Hey, it's like a tradition at these times.
Yeah, it's not a true Divine and Conquer stream without audio issues.
But we're here. Hello, everyone.
Hello, we've made it. Welcome to another Demiplanes and Doodles. I'm a Vic. There's a Lynn.
I'm here.
From the woods.
Like the locusts and the cicadas.
Lynn has emerged after sleeping for 17 years, and we are glad to have Lynn on stream.
God, I wish I could sleep for 17 years.
Honestly, same. Sleep for 17 years and then just scream and then you're done.
Yep. Perfect. I'm into it.
It's a good lifestyle.
Agreed.
So,
all right.
If you are talking, we cannot hear you.
Hold on.
Can you hear
Talk,
me?
Vic. I'll check.
Talking. I've been talking. I just...
It works on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it on my phone, on my Twitch.
Well, all right then.
Squidly, is your volume up?
All right.
Oh, Vic's audio.
Quieter. You are too loud.
Yeah.
I'm going to silence.
I'm
you.
sorry. No.
Please just kind of push you down. I'll push me up.
Is this good? Are we good now?
Are we fine? It's also, I think it's because my microphone is a little farther away from normal.
Because you're so friggin' tall.
Yeah, I know. Hold on, let me move my microphone over here and see if that helps our cause. Does this do anything for anyone?
Is this doing it for you?
This is what happens in the after hours.
Yeah. We've exceeded the stupid so far, so
honestly,
it's gonna be a good
yeah.
one.
All right, so here we are. Yay, we can hear. Yay.
Good.
So tonight's episode is...
Was a request.
This was a request from our good friend Kay the Mighty, who does amazing work. You can check him out on his Instagram page, Lionheart Custom Creations, where he does commissions for leather dice trays. He does blacksmithing. He does prop making. He made a really awesome he made a really awesome guard for Jeremiah's lightsabers. And he says no regrets for this request.
Yeah, so this is all his fault.
This is all, yeah. So if you have anyone to point the finger at, it is him. So I guess with that,
What are we talking about tonight, Vic?
we're talking about Errian. It was
Not just Errian.
We were requested to draw Errian in a variety of different fashions. Because he has, for some reason, kind of cemented himself as I guess a favorite in a way.
I don't know, would you consider him a fan favorite?
I know he's my favorite.
Oh, that's fair. That we'll get into that, I'm sure.
We're definitely gonna get into that. So
yeah.
I guess I have to put us on the demiplane.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Errian. We're gonna talk about, and also just using him as like an example how we come up with NPCs. So.
Do I have to put it on the demiplane?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to wait before you switch it over? Do you want to explain what was going on?
So.
Because I think this needs an explanation.
I guess so. Fine. I guess we're explaining it here. So, it's been a question of, well, so to preface this, I was invited to go check out the local Renaissance festival that's nearby to me, and it was currently last day of the circuit. So I needed a costume to wear because I cannot go to a Renaissance festival without dressing up. And clearly. And since this was a this topic was chosen for this week, and for this specific episode tonight, and at the same time I was going to the Renaissance Festival today. I was inspired. As you're all gonna have to look at this image for a long minute.
It's my favorite thing.
It's a, I am proud of the work I put into that.
Let me just put this in Demiplanes in our Discord so everyone can look at it for a long while.
Oh, the longest of whiles.
I won't if you don't want me to.
No, it's fine. You go for it.
Okay.
It's already on the internet.
Correct. Actually, I'm gonna post that side by side I gave you.
Oh my god.
Earlier.
That
was a good one.
I am super proud of that wig. One, because that was like the quickest I ever styled a wig. And it was like a cheap Party City wig too, so. Because I had to put this entire costume together in like almost a week's time. And I did that.
It's very good.
I thank you. It was super comfortable.
The bow and everything.
I actually already had the bow. Like, I just happened to have a long bow. Because I do enjoy archery recreationally. Which is funny because I kept walking around with that bow. And people were asking me if I had, like, what my placement was. What I was, if I was in the tournament. And I was like, what tournament's going on? And it turned out there was, like, an archery tournament going on that day. I did not participate because I am shy. And I'm not the best. I love to shoot recreationally, but I am not the best shot. So I was not about to put myself in that tournament.
Yeah, that's fair.
But imagine that if I decided to enter the tournament and just because I was dressed as Errian, I was amazing at everything I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only outcome that would happen. Clearly.
Oh, chat's just going nuts right now. I love it.
I cannot escape him.
Shelbert says, it also meant that IRL Errian was inside my house. I cannot escape him. Nope.
No problem now.
Okay, so let's
get rid of this for you.
Let's get rid of this so that we're done staring at IRL Vic. Also, fun fact about this entire putting this costume together. I actually shaved.
Hello.
Hello. Whoa, you got rid of the background layer.
I don't know how I did that.
You did it.
What is this line?
I
don't know what this is.
Nope. Well, that's not anything.
Hold on. Did we break this? Hold on.
Oh shit! What did you do?
Okay, hold on.
All right, fix it.
I'm gonna do something. Sorry. I don't want to risk it, so we're just
gonna. It was
gonna.
online layer.
Oh, okay. We're gonna.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a thing real quick. Hold on.
Oh.
I just have to rename the layers. Vic, you broke. Errian broke the demiplane.
Errian broke the demiplane. What can you say? But no, it's funny. I was getting ready this morning with my costume for Errian, and I actually decided, I was like, wait, he's an elf. I need to shave, and then I shaved my face, and then I realized I was gonna be wearing a fucking mask all day.
Oh, you're like, God damn it.
I was like, oh, well, what was the point of that?
Yeah, the paint bucket tool does not work.
Yeah, we have attempted this paint bucket tool. We're still trying to figure out the ins and outs of draw pile. One day we will master it. Today's not that day.
I'm just gonna make this a base layer.
Okay.
So we don't get rid of it. Sketch.
All right, so
That's because I put a photo in there.
What are we starting with today?
Well, I figured like as we draw him, we just talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you got to make that image.
I'll have you know that we walked by a because Tabitha, every time we go somewhere, like the Renaissance Festival, there's a there's a God, what's the word? I'm forgetting my words. I'm so tired. A shop. It's called Visker and Scribers, and it's a shop that deals with like making like quills and like quill tips and like their own like custom inks and parchment, and like it's basically a whole like, you know, calligraphy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they do is they let you try out the pens and the inks with like sample parchment that's like just kind of like on a big old scroll with like a pen there. And so I had to put Errian's face on it, on the sample parchment. So until they get rid of that scroll, he's there forever.
Oh, great. It's like, can I just take this?
Hold on, I actually have a picture that I meant to send you of that.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
Just go find it real quick.
So, like, Errian is only a year old?
Wow.
In January?
Big boy.
In January he was? I know. I made him January of last year. According to my Instagram post, at least.
So
but yeah.
Is he, so how much has he changed from the from your initial concept of him to now?
So his name was made before he was. And I actually, like, I spent a really long time trying to find my notes for him. And I was like, I think they're in my old phone. So I had to go find my old, like, cell phone in my closet, charge it. And then I looked through all the notes and I realized that, did you remember the one shot that the group of the people on Discord did where I took them into Addie's universe and he went missing?
Yeah.
So you guys would have found, I don't know if you guys did find the note, but I had a letter that was written to Adipacer from his father named Errian.
Oh, that's right.
And it said in the letter that he was a druid. He wasn't. Like, I had no intention of this character being Adipacer's father whatsoever. That name was made before he was, like, his original concept was that he was a traveling druid. And that was it. Like, you weren't ever gonna, like, know anything else just because that's how their community works. Like, they just kind of, they drift around, whatever. But in the same way I made Addie, because Addie was made purely just because I was like, I want to make a character I'd never use. Because I was like, I'd never play a druid. I'm just gonna, I'll make a druid and just see what happens. And lo and behold, Addie came about with that. And then I was like, I'm gonna do the same with a ranger because I'm never gonna play a ranger. And I made him, and I realized how much he looked like Addie. And I was like, do I have a thing for like blonde, tan elves? I was like, huh.
Possibly.
And I was like, okay, so what? And then from there, like, my brain just started rolling. And just be like, okay, what if he's his dad? Like, what if, well, he was told that, you know, that his father was a druid. This, obviously that was a lie. How did it get here? And then I distinctly remember random rolling for his personality traits. So he was a complete random roll ranger. Like, yay. The only thing I remember from his random rolls was his flaw, and his flaw was that he really, like, alcohol was his vice. And I was like, that's how he got into the druid camp.
I like how that's essentially what, like, helped flesh his story out and make it what it is.
Alcohol?
Well, because you basically it was a flaw, and you're like, so that's how it started.
Yeah. And I also remember, like, when I designed him, I was like, I don't want him to be a broody character. Or, like, the cocky kind of guy. Like, because I make that too much. That is kind of, like, a little bit of a trope, like the ranger is, like, the mysterious one. Like, I got one of those, it's fine. But I also didn't want him to be, like, Alistair's level of golden retriever energy. I was like, what's a middle ground?
Husky.
Yeah. Correct.
neurotic husky.
Neurotic husky. But yeah, I distinctly remember like wanting to make sure he was not a broody character, and also I found it kind of interesting because I was like, oh, if he's a full-blooded elf and Addie's a half-elf, that means his mother was the human, which is kind of weird because you don't really see that.
Yeah.
It's usually flipped because, you know, elves are so elegant and they're beautiful and they're charismatic and everyone's just like drawn to them. And then Lena wants to get as far fucking away from him as possible. And I think that's so funny. Aw, look at him.
Look at him.
He's so chonky.
I'm sorry, it's how I draw my chibis.
It's cute. I love it. But yeah, like he was just brain constantly rolling one after the other after the other. Did you know his hair originally wasn't like that?
No, I remember it was you had it kind of like swooped to the side, if anything.
I did.
Because it was originally kind of like this number, is what it was. But I just kind of, you know.
Before that, there was something before that.
A poop swirl?
That was not a poop swirl.
Stranger thought it was.
It's not a poop swirl. What layer are you on?
I'm on sketch layer.
Okay. That's a like. No, but his original hair, yes, was actually like this.
Oh my god.
But I did that and I was like, that's too close to Grayson's hair. Like, even though it's short, I'm like, I can't do it. So then it then went into something like this. Like where it's kind of swooped off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then I showed this picture of a ranger to Vic, and Vic's like, poop hair, this now.
I just went, Torchic. Done.
Torchic. Another concept I had for his hair was actually, it was going to be like the slick back Pidgeotto hair.
That's right.
But I was like, that's also too Grays, and I was like, damn it. But I'm actually looking at his sketches, like his original concept sketches in my book, and I'm just like, oh boy.
It's funny because I originally came up with this face like during like one of our brainstorm sessions for the comic.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about how God.
Yes.
Like, having issues.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm having issues. You know what? Fuck it. You line it. You do it.
Okay. I can do this.
You could do this. Line it.
Lining it.
Because yeah, so we had a whole like initial concept where because we're like, oh, he's Jaeon's brother, so
yeah.
And I just could not stop drawing that face because I'm just like, oh, he's the obnoxious one.
Oh, absolutely.
Compared to Jaeon, he is the obnoxious one.
He is the older brother.
He is the older brother. And as somebody who is an older sibling, I hate him. I hate him.
I hate you. I hate you. I always find it amusing that I named Jaeon after the younger brother from the words
Hunchback.
Hunchback. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Jaeon has Errian energy in the book. So much. I just like flip flop their names.
They're saying chat's saying that Errian looks like Chicken Little.
Thank you. All right. Like, you're not wrong.
I have a running joke where I repeat that one video from the internet where it's just like, stop saying I look like Chicken Little. Chicken Little is a coward. I am not a coward. Look at him. He's so cute.
For real though, Errian scares me.
Yeah.
Like, he's very good at what he does.
Oh yeah, he is for sure.
He's obnoxious as hell.
But he's very good at what he does.
Yes. He's not a good person.
No, he's not.
Whatsoever. You know, what he did and stuff.
Do we want to talk about that?
I've mentioned it before, but we can breathe over it if we want.
So, because we're on the subject of it. So, because you made Errian, and then what made you decide to attach Jaeon to the family? Since Jaeon was essentially his own character before that.
My first thought about it was just how similar they looked.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff that goes on in my head are what if scenarios.
Yeah.
So what if they were brothers? How would that work? And then if I like the idea, I'm like, okay, there we go.
Yeah. And then I think it was during one of our brainstorming sessions where we were discussing their dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, oh, so Errian's the older brother. He's the less responsible one because he decided he did not want to deal with his family's responsibilities. He had because they're noble born. So
I was about to say, I was like, I distinctly remember us talking about man, what if they were related, because it would make sense. They look alike, they're also elves, so it kind of keeps them younger and stuff like that, and just different things like that. And I just distinctly remember just being like, oh god, that means he is noble. Yeah, and we were just like, ugh.
That's the face of responsibility. This is a face of a noble born elf.
Mm-hmm. Look at it.
Look at it. Look at him.
But I think the what if scenarios that we come up with are really good. A lot of the time it's always what if this was a thing? And then we talk it out, and a lot of the time it does work.
It's crazy how that happens. How we're just like, wait, what if this? And then we're like, no, let's entertain that thought.
Yeah, let's see how far that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's noble born, and he used to have long curly hair like Jaeon.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yep.
You did draw that picture. I did make you draw that.
Yes, you did.
I don't regret it.
He looks really good.
He looks too good, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, I actually showed that sketch to Shelby while we were out at the Renaissance Fair. Because Shelby is the one person that I like to plague.
Torture?
Yeah, torture. I will say torture with images of Errian. It's a consistent thing that I do at work, mostly to make life a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah, fair.
just to make things fun. I'll just hide little sticky notes with his face on it with a really bad pun usually, and then people have to find them. Usually it's Shelby that's I hide them and then Shelby finds them. So the best part is when I tell Shelby that I hid one, and then it's just a combination of annoyance and fear in her eyes that go, God damn it, not again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great response that Errian gets.
Mm-hmm. I love him.
He's great.
I do. I love him a lot. I was going to make a spin-off, comic, not really a comic of him, but it's I forgot what the name of the artist, but he does a comic series where it's just big illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no text or context of what's going on. But that's all he does. It's one image each, week.
Right. I mean, that sounds like a fun experiment to do.
Yeah. I do have a couple panels, actually, just made of him, because I wanted to kind of tell his kind of side of things, where, he is, the lead of his group, and, what they were doing, and, how he wound up where he was.
I actually did that, unintentionally with Ziffer when I had, I didn't really have, much of a...
I
place to
yeah,
go
I
with
remember
it,
that.
right? Yeah, I was using him as like kind of like an outlet to like experiment through some feelings I was having at the time, and so I just kind of like would just do like a drawing a day of like Ziffer doing something, and it was like kind of telling a story in a way, and that's what I realized I did that unintentionally is with Ziffer. Little boats.
His little boots.
His little boats.
But yeah, nope. Yeah, God. I keep looking at that face and saying that he's a noble. Just kind of doesn't sit right.
It's so funny because what I find what's funny to me about it is for some reason in my head like they're noble born, but I've always ever since I read this one post on Tumblr about elves, I have been unable to just unsubscribe it in my head. So the whole concept that elves they play them off as they play them off as like, you know, elegant and like mysterious, and you know, J.R.R. Tolkien's, you know, elves, like his elves from Middle Earth, basically that kind of style. But then somebody decided to be like, okay, but the way elves talk, like, or at least in their language, there's like a lot of like apostrophes and like all this like mashed together words. What if they're just country bumpkins?
That's cute.
Yaldav. Yeah. Which honestly just makes sense for Errian.
I see him as a country bumpkin. It's like, yes. Oh.
He's thinking of Lena.
He's thinking of Lena. Oh, poor Lena.
Oh, poor Lena, yeah.
So, like, before Errian was even made, I completely made up my own, like, druid tribe and how they operate. I have so many notes on, like, their customs and how they approach different things, and, like, you know, and then this guy comes out, and I'm like, okay, he's Addie's dad. How did he get in this mess? How the crap did he pull that off? With like all the rules I made.
So we have a request from chat. Our first request for an outfit that Errian's going to be drawn in. Kay the Mighty says, speaking of nobles, Errian in Fifi's outfit.
We can do that.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Also, Shelbert has confirmed that me leaving sticky notes with Errian's face on it is torture because I would hide them in her workspace.
Yes. Perfect. Good.
Kay the Mighty says, better than all over your house. Funny you say that. Because I actually did leave a few. Like,
Vic has sent images of Errian to me in the mail.
I have. I absolutely have.
It's like insect plague, but with
so
Errian.
All of the sticky notes that I made from work are now sitting in Shelby's house in a kind of a, what's the word? Yeah, I don't want to say altar, but you know, it's a collage of Errian, just kind of.
It's an altar.
Together. It's an altar.
You need to start doing some Rocco ones. Really, really get that altar going. You got such hate against him.
Listen.
Yes. Ears are open. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
You see,
He is an NPC.
Shelby is now concerned that I put more Errians in her house. I haven't put any more yet. She did. There was a time where I did draw an Errian on the corner of her grocery list, like that was sitting on her fridge, and it took her several days to notice it.
Oh, Errian is a gem.
He is a gem.
People love him.
Boisterous Bard has requested that we draw Errian in Lederhosen.
Oh, poor dude. Lederhosen. I'm curious, like, what about him draws people?
I don't know. Chat, you want to answer
Chat,
that?
tell us, please, because I'm very curious. Because, like, he wasn't supposed to be, like, that big of a deal. And, like, he was just supposed to, like, kind of be, like, a guest appearance. He's actually in the comic in, like, the very first
Yeah, first couple
chapter.
chapters, yeah.
He snuck in there, and, like, it was just supposed to be that was it, but then we're just like, no, like, he's got something he needs to do. Like, he has a bigger story to tell, especially since he's, Jaeon's brother.
Yeah. Because Jaeon is a pretty central part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him, he's so cute.
I'm going to get him tattooed on my body.
I mean, honestly, at this point, we might as well.
Yeah. I'll say Lena under
I'm
it.
surprised I haven't made a sticker with his face on it yet for the merch store. I need to.
You should.
I should. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to make a... I should make a sticker with his group symbol on it.
Oh, the broken trust, yes.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I wanted to do with, like, his own little, like, spin-off series, like the once a week thing, was just talk about his group, the Broken Trust, because they're really cool. And I like them a lot.
Let's see. So chat says, Boisterous Bard, I like lanky guys with spiky hair, stares at 10th Doctor.
Nope.
Same.
Fair.
Same.
Fair there. The puns.
Squidly, for me, it's partly the puns, but he also just strikes me as someone that would be fun to be around. Shelbert is also down for an Errian tattoo.
Yes.
We're all gonna get the face tattooed on our bodies.
I'm gonna save this. He's adorable.
Okay, I got mine saved. He's so cute.
But yeah, like, I think he's fun. He definitely wasn't supposed to be anything more than he turned out to be, but I'm glad he did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Poor Lena.
I for sure, I for sure love his. I love his story in general. That's what has pretty much drawn me in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's like, it's tragic in a way, and it's, I don't know. I think I also like the idea
like,
that he
like his story, like his story with Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about that because
for sure.
we're not gonna explore that in the comic, that side of it.
Oh yeah, we're not really gonna explore that. You got him saved?
Yes.
Okay, make him go away. There you go.
But yeah, his story is sad. He is a sad, like.
Given any other guy that would have been in his situation, you sneak into a druid, festival, you fall in love with one of the druids, you end up, finding out that you're gonna have a kid. Any other person could have just removed themselves from that situation, especially after the druids were like, no, we don't want you, we don't need you for this.
Yeah, like you are under no obligation to be involved in this this anything here. Like, that's not what we're about.
Like, this is like a communal thing. So like, your part's done. We'll take care of the rest of the child raising. But Errian was like, no, but I want that.
Yeah.
He found out he was gonna be a dad, and he just he wanted to be a dad.
Yeah.
All right, let me start drawing him as Fifi.
It's really sad. Like he is such a fun character, but he does have a very sad life that he kind of has. But he doesn't give up.
Okay, let's see how I gotta draw this.
I don't know. I find the persistence both endearing and annoying.
I feel like Lena thinks the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm figuring this out.
And we've also explored the fact that he's an elf and Lena's a human.
Yeah, that's a sad conversation.
Yeah. He knows that it's not going to be,
Yeah.
you know, a forever thing. But
Of course. Yeah.
I think I've described it before, like, you know, when Lena does eventually, like, you know, succumb to her human age limit, he will continue to go see her and talk to her and leave her little gifts like he always does, which is so fucking sad.
It's so sad. It's like he's an elf with like such a long lifespan, but he's like, nope, that is my woman. That is the woman I love and the only one.
Yep. He was smitten. And she was too. And then he started talking.
And then he opened his mouth.
Yeah. So the way I had that whole situation like played out in my head is that his vice is that he is the alcohol and like or like worldly things, like he's very interested in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Shelbert's kids, can we lighten up a little? No.
Not allowed here.
So his group were like traveling nearby, and they were telling him about the druids, about how like, oh yeah, we can't be in this forest for long. The druids are doing their like seasonal get together thing. We like it's out of respect. They like kind of like leave the area or whatever. And one of them had mentioned like the spiced wines that the druids come up with that's like spiked with like, you know, stuff. And oh yeah. And Errian's like, hey, that sounds rad as hell. And they're like, oh, you can't go. They do not like outsiders, like especially during this like event. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. I'm just gonna, you know, I won't bother them. And he pretty much dressed up like a druid. He found like a deer skull in the woods, and he adorned himself with it.
And he just like, you know.
Yeah, he got a fake ID, and then he waltzes into this druid camp. He does not want to bother anyone. He just wanted to have some of their famed
And then he saw
wine.
the most beautiful woman in the entire world.
Yes, and she thought the same. She was like, hey, this guy's like really cool looking, and she like, you know, waves at him and stuff, and he's like, oh shit, I can't speak druidic, I'm just going to stay quiet, which is very difficult for this man.
Nailed it.
So he does not talk to her at all the entire time, and like meanwhile Lena's just sitting there like, wow, he's all stoic and quiet, and she's into it, and they have a great time. They have like a little date and stuff, and then, you know, one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make his face?
Go for it. Have fun.
Okay.
I got most of it down.
Hold on.
I feel like he could rock any outfit, honestly.
He can. He has the confidence.
He really does. He's just like, yeah. Is Lena looking? Is she looking right now?
Is she looking? Nope.
Oh no.
What?
So, Shelbert says, let's all get matching Errian tattoos, but each person chooses where the other gets it done. Oh no. And the response to that is, from Kay the Mighty, all I can imagine is eventually Errian is gonna end up on someone's butt.
On someone's butt? Yeah, probably.
Oh, Errian. He's just like, "Ay." Yeah, so I guess did we want to talk about like his role in the comic now? Because
yeah,
that's where he started. He started as an NPC to, you know, Addie's storyline because he's his father.
In a random one shot.
In a random one shot in a single letter, and now here he is, the most beautiful man in existence.
And the thing is, though, like, Errian's not like he's not a cocky guy. Like, he's not self-absorbed at all.
No, he's just confident.
Yeah, and I respect that. And I've like drawn him like so many different times. He actually has a pointed chin. I keep forgetting that detail.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I do it all the time too because
Yeah.
like I automatically just do like the squared.
Hold on. I'm gonna scroll back up through our written conversation because you mentioned about how he's not cocky and self-absorbed. And I'm like, wait, hold on. There's a line I remember.
There's a line that I wrote that contradicts everything you just said.
Well, you wrote it actually.
I know.
Because how we have it in the comic is that so Jaeon, he's part of the Paladin Order, and his older brother Errian actually works with the City Guard, but he's like a different section of the City Guard, which does a lot more of the
mercenary work.
Yeah, he does the mercenary, the unofficial mercenary work. That's sanctioned by the city.
I mean, to be fair, it makes sense that they would have their own group that does this, so they don't have to hire outside mercenaries, and they would know that the job got done correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Right? Yeah. So basically, anyway, this guy has the entire jurisdiction and power of a city guard. So he is capable of, you know, he has to keep the peace. He can arrest people. He can
This guy has power.
Oh, this guy has power. Oh no. Because what was it that was said as I'm reading it here that basically if he ever got into trouble that he would just, you know, arrest himself and then give himself a trial and then, you know, just let himself go because he's so charming.
That's confidence.
Yes. I can just imagine him holding an entire trial and it's just him just running between all the positions. Like, Your Honor, I believe that this man here is just too handsome to be put in jail, and therefore it would be a crime to just hide this beautiful face. Well, the evidence stands, so I think it dismissed.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, God, ew, no, get that face out of here. No, absolutely not. He's not gonna look like a fuckboy. We're not doing that.
No, he's definitely not. That's Grayson. That's Grayson territory.
God.
Hey.
Hey. That's a good face.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I really like. He's a fun.
Yeah.
Like kind of guy,
Well,
like just
he's
in
a fun
general, like character.
As a DM, I'll say I've definitely had fun running him as an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
But he is competent.
Oh, he's very competent. The stats I rolled for him show that he's competent.
Do you make his hair like spiky on purpose, or is that just like?
That's
should I
just
do the
habit.
swoop?
It's just habit.
Oh, okay. Your Torchic hands.
It's my Torchic hands. I draw Errian and I just do the little hair spiky.
And I also definitely remember making him and just being like, I need a male character that's got short hair.
That's right.
Because
conversation.
at that point, all of my male characters had long hair. And I was like, I need to not do that.
Because
right.
Grayson had short hair, but then you had him grow it out as he got older.
Yeah. He actually has earrings. Him and Jaeon have earrings. Because, you know,
I think
noble.
Every character we have has earrings.
They're nice!
I mean, hey, I'm biased. My ears are pierced. Don't ever wear anything because, you know, I work in a kitchen. But I'm biased. give my characters earrings because I cannot wear them.
I didn't know for the longest time that Wes had earrings.
I still think that's so funny.
Anyone, and they'll be like, wait, Wes has earrings?
Yeah.
I swear.
Literally between you and Jesus, both of you were like, I didn't know Wes had earrings. I'm like, I've been drawing him with earrings since like day one.
I don't know.
His hair is always covering his ears, so not naturally you don't notice.
Yeah.
But like every time I've drawn Wes with his ears showing, he does have earrings. He has little studs. Oh no! It's been requested that it's also been requested that Errian be drawn in the outfit that Shelbert wore to Renfest today.
Oh Lord!
Oh, that is an outfit. I think this is just gonna devolve into us drawing Errian in dresses. I think.
Yeah, probably. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's like, hey, whatever will get me noticed. He definitely has very nice legs, I will say.
Calves.
He's got them calves.
Oh, he's got a scar here too.
Oh, that's right, the scar.
He has a scar here, and then right here he's got a scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the story about the one that's on his hip. Because if you ask him, he got into a bar fight. He was stabbed. But if you ask the doctor, the medic on their group, he'll just be like, no. No, his appendix burst. That's all.
His appendix burst. Well, I don't know what you're doing. What's happening with the hands here?
It's his hands they're propped on his hips. It's like it's standard hand on hip pose.
Huh. I don't know. Hold on.
I got you. Just done.
The baby hand. Hold on.
Like let me see. Just my way of knowing where the damn knuckles are.
Hold on, I can figure something out. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, you got pretty much it. Yeah. Fuck him.
All right, we're getting quite a list here, so I think I'm gonna make a list and then I'm gonna roll a die to see what we draw next.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so let me scroll up through chat.
What? We're just gonna.
Okay, so.
Oh, I know what the problem is. Do. As we're dead quiet now.
Yeah, I'm trying to write stuff, so I'll put this on the
God.
Demiplane. Boop, boop. I think that's all the requests I've seen. Oh, hello. I just saw the other one. Let me add that real quick. Boop, boop. Okay. I will do a roll now. Okay, next outfit we are drawing. Okay.
What is it?
Apparently
Do I
we're
want to
drawing
know?
him in Lederhosen.
All right, excellent.
But I still smoking. God damn it. I think I kind of want to make that one a chibi because that's cute.
I'm okay with this.
Look at him.
He's just happy to be here.
I mean, yeah. He's happy to be here, and the rest of the room just kind of cringes.
I feel like
His crew would
his squadron is just like, yeah.
His squad is the same energy, I feel.
They
all enable each other.
They certainly don't, tell him no.
Yeah, this is true. They all enable each other in some terrible way.
Mm-hmm. You're like, good for you, dude.
Can imagine he's having a conversation with Jaeon, and Jaeon's just like, I mean, you're the leader of this crew. Shouldn't you be acting a little bit more respectable so that they can, be able to look up to you? And you're just like, nah, my crew's great. And they walk into, like, whatever, like, base of operations they use, and then they're just all like, hey!
Finger guns everywhere.
Jaeon's just like, oh, dear God. The city is in their hands.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh no, they're all like this.
He's a handsome dude.
He's very handsome. Okay, let's get his color going.
Mm-hmm.
I really do wish that the paint bucket would actually work.
That would be nice. It just fills up a single pixel.
How nice.
Yeah.
Boop. Oh shit, it actually worked.
Oh, it worked for once? That's, kind of.
Kind of.
You got all those edges.
All of them edges. Look at that.
Damn edges.
I mean, hell, I'll take it. It goes faster.
And everyone thinks he has purple eyes. He actually has blue eyes.
I remember having to, like, backtrack on that a few times because of Addie, because Addie has purple eyes, but then I remember that Lena has purple eyes too.
Jaeon also has purple eyes.
Jaeon also has purple eyes. Which of their parents had purple eyes? Was it the dad or the mom?
Let me see.
I have to
actually,
go look at the art again.
I can pull it up real fast because I was looking at it earlier. Because I was explaining to John what we were going to talk about tonight.
Yeah. What does John have to say?
She does. Yeah, the mom does. That's where Jaeon got it from.
Oh, hello.
And then their father has the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh God, their father's
Yeah, he's handsome.
gorgeous. Oh God.
I love how we just kind of like end up taking deeper and deeper dives into family lore, and then all of a sudden we're drawing the parents.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
oh no. Because I mean, Errian's supposed to be Addie's parent, so he's, technically we've already started drawing the parents, and then now we're drawing the parents' parents, and it's just like a deep dive, and next thing you know, we're like constructing an entire family tree, and
Yeah, well, I think it makes for a more interesting character, even though he is, like, him and Jaeon aren't, like, main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Their backstories matter, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Because they are a functioning character within the world, so it makes sense for them to have their own story. Because it's like, you know, you have people that you pass on the street every day, you don't know what their story is like, but yet they're still they're existing, and therefore they have an entire story that you don't know anything about. Like same would be said, like, from their perspective, like, they don't know anything about us. It's like, you know, everybody's got their own thing. It makes sense for other characters to be that way too. Like, of course you don't have to, like, overthink every single, like, NPC. Sometimes it's just Boblin the Goblin just for, like, a 5-minute encounter and then you're done. But, like, you know, some of them, it kind of, like, it's definitely, you know, fun. It's definitely a fun exercise to do, to build stories for these characters.
I've built characters where, like, I didn't go too deep into their backstory just because I didn't connect with them as much. But, like, the ones I do, they all have lore and backstories, and, like, weirdly enough, all of my characters, like, every single one of them weave in together, like, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, Errian is the brother of Jaeon, who is he was the paladin that, you know, grew up with Alistair, and Alistair, you know, has his own stuff going on.
Yeah. And Jaeon's got his own stuff going on, and I've really liked bringing them into Rise of Tiamat, because it's kind of fun. It's really fun to explore their characters. Because, like, it was definitely a fun experiment, especially with, like, Jaeon. Because, like, we know what's going on with him in the comic. We know what's going to happen. We know, like, the progression of his arc. And there's a lot of key elements to who he is as a person in the comic. And I was basically having to take Jaeon, remove those elements that are going to, like, affect him in the comic, and having to reconstitute him for Rise of Tiamat in a way that works. And it was, I feel like it's still kind of a challenge, because I'm just like, I try to see what direction Jaeon will take, especially as a foil in a way to Alistair. Because essentially that's what he is. He's Alistair's foil.
Yeah.
So it's always a question of, how am I going to use Jaeon to challenge Alistair when, you know, there's a completely different scenario going on in this campaign.
Yeah. It's fun to, like, take them for what they were or what they are, and then plop them in a different world with different rules. Because that's 100% what happened to Addy. Like, he is a completely different person than how I played him. Like, originally when I first brought him in, I was like, he is completely different now.
I am definitely enjoying Sacred World Addy.
That handsome blonde hair.
It's been fun to explore Errian as a character. I'm surprised at how much more in depth I was going to go with him than I initially planned.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. Like, our 3 a.m. conversations about, like, our comic lore are pretty great.
I love it.
Like, the amount of things going on, and, like, the reasons for, like, very tiny details. I love it. Like, I live for that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I always feel like I'm like, am I thinking too much about this? Am I
Absolutely not.
Am I exhausting this idea? Because, like, I'll, like, just message you randomly at, like, 1 a.m. like a whole, like, concept idea, and I'm like, am I being too deep about this? Is this too annoying? And then all of a sudden you come back with, hey, I have an idea for this, and I'm like, oh no.
We enable each other. It's fine.
We really do.
I think the thing that, like, pisses me off the most about our synchronicities with each other is where I'm like, hey, we should do this idea for the comic. And they're like, did you see that TikTok too?
Yeah. Literally today.
Oh, God.
He just messaged me out of nowhere, hey, I have a character idea. And I'm like, you saw that TikTok too, didn't you?
I'm like, shut the hell up. Yes, I did. And you're like, let's do it.
It's honestly funny.
It is.
So, like, sometimes like a switch flips and all of a sudden we're like on the same wavelength. Like last night in Sacred World, where we see a whole grouping of hyenas just like guarding an entrance, and both Lynn and I, hey, so you know that scene in The Lion King?
We're gonna do that and see if it works.
It worked.
It did work. It worked flawlessly. Way too good.
It absolutely worked. Oh yes. So,
Yeah, like
Shortbeard has asked, "What is John's opinion on the subject of tonight's?"
I mean, I talked his ear off about it, of like what we were doing. He doesn't really have much to say, and that's not like a bad thing or anything like that. It's just like no. I sat there and was like, hey, like here's this image. This is what's happening. Like this is what's gonna happen to this character, and this is the reason why he's gonna happen to this character. And he was just like, oh shit.
I mean, hey, he's your soundboard.
Like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he doesn't play D&D. He doesn't do like any of this kind of stuff. But he said he's down to do it.
Yeah,
it's just let's
do it.
If we ever like meet up at like in a group, he'll do it. He's played Fiasco with me and things like that.
Yeah,
and he loved it.
What kind of character do you think we could build for John?
I see him. I think I asked him like what he would play. I think he said he wanted to be a sorcerer.
That's interesting. I like that. Because it's always my first thought was just like, we might want to start him with something that doesn't have like a lot of rules to it.
Magic.
And he's just like, nah, magic. But no, I feel like sorcerer would be fun for him. Because it's like, hey, so you get this, and then you can also cast that spell like twice as long as you use these points. Oh, and by the way, you might accidentally explode, depending on where you want to be on that table.
I'll say I've never played a sorcerer before.
Grayson
was almost a sorcerer. Like, in his original group. Sense. Yeah, in his original group, with like how his family was set up and like how the game was playing, Eric did tell me, he's like, hey, you might have a class change if you do a very specific thing. I was like, that's fine. Also terrifying.
Yeah. I need to make a note in my game stuff for Mondays. That because of the area you guys are in, I might have to bust out that table.
Oh, fun.
Because magic's very funny.
It's a funny thing.
It's a funny thing, especially when it's charged by specific, planes and creatures of said planes.
You know,
as it happens.
And speaking of side characters, Alistair was supposed to be a side character.
That's right.
Like he was a backup.
NPC. Yeah.
He was a backup, but my DM used him as an NPC because if something did happen to Grayson, he was still existing in the world and had stuff going on. Like he wasn't just gonna pop into existence. So he had lore before I even got my hands on him.
Trying to think of a pun to write for this. So I'm trying to think of what he would be saying right now. Lynn, I need you. I need you to tap into your inner Errian.
Who is he? This is Phoebe's?
Yeah, for Fifi's outfit.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm sorry, I'm shading, so like
No,
my
you're
brain's
good.
in another plane of existence at the moment. Is it bad the first thing I thought of was fish sticks?
Oh no.
You asked, I told.
Illegal. Not allowed. I don't think Twitch will let us get away with that one.
Can you imagine this guy actually being competent and speaking in a court of nobles?
No.
Like, he would be confident. He'd be completely ridiculous, but he would be confident about his abilities.
Nailed it.
What did you write? Oh my god.
Nailed it. So how old would we say Errian was when he decided, yeah, now this ain't my lifestyle. I'm gonna go, bum it out in the woods.
Probably 17.
Yeah. So he's been doing this a while then.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, we forgot his scars.
Oh,
Important details.
his appendicitis.
His appendicitis. He has a scar right here. Wait, ooh, I need to make that redder. Zoop. Nope.
Nope. A little darker. Yep, you got it. You're almost there. Oh, there it is.
And then he's got this is actually burned into his skin. Boop, boop, boop.
Right.
They all have this. There we go. There we go. Every member of
That's
the
right,
Broken
'cause-
Trust, as well as Colin,
Yeah,
has
because
that.
Colin has it as well.
Yep. Colin has a brand on his chest.
So why is it branded on them?
Because they're a group that basically, like, they do unsavory business. They murk people if
Yeah, of
need
course.
be, and it's kind of like it's a bond kind of thing.
It's
like
a ride or die symbol.
exactly, pretty much. Like we're all in this together, like kind of thing.
High School Musical got really dark. You got him saved?
I do not. Hold on real quick. There you go.
Okay. Alright, so next up, let us do Little Lederhosen. I'm gonna just do a little chibi one of that.
Okay.
I always work better starting
Handsome.
from the basics.
What are you going to name your son? Errian Jr. Absolutely not.
Oh my god.
Errian Jr. Can you imagine?
Yeah, she would not have stuck with that one.
Oh god, no.
Eh.
Because of Errian, he's got two names.
He wanted to be involved in his son's life.
And I respect that. I respect the hell out of
I have no idea what Lederhosen looked like. Hold on. I say that as if I did not see like 5 other people wearing Lederhosen today.
Honestly, he'd probably look good in lederhosen.
I mean, probably.
You know who's another NPC that I didn't think people would like?
What?
Colin.
Oh, I love Colin.
Colin is just a guy I made for a one-shot that was dead.
He was just some undead guy, and then all of a
He
sudden...
was just some dead guy.
Honestly, I really want to thank Rosette for that one. Because we were invested in his story. Because he was just a zombie for a one-shot, and Thafron was the one that was able to, like, make that connection with him. And, like, open, like, a way of communication.
Oh, and he drew the map for you guys, and you're just like, oh.
It took me forever to decipher.
He was a zombie. He was an undead zombie, and he
Can
was
we
like,
please
oh,
keep it Can we please keep it a consistent thing that Colin draws like absolute shit?
He drew like shit because he's dead.
Yeah, but now he's alive and he still draws like shit.
He's like, I'm not good at this. I am not a map maker.
It's like, look, I'm not a map maker. It's like I was trained to be a guardsman. I was not trained to be an artist. I am sorry. It'd be funny because, like, say he like sends like little. I can't. What's going on with your head? I'm sorry. I am so sorry, buddy. You can imagine like he's trying to like write like a letter to Sister Sarah, and he tries to draw some like. I'm just imagining him drawing a horse, like trying to draw peaches, and this is me trying to draw a shitty horse. So I can't even.
Hold on. I got it.
You know, my worst is probably gonna still look better than what Colin can. Don't do peaches like that.
There.
Imagine Sister Sarah's like, is that supposed to be an alligator? That's peaches.
Oh, she turns it sideways.
Oh, I see it now. I love Colin. He was such an unexpected NPC. I'm trying to think of any NPCs that I've made that have
Sister Sarah.
Sister Sarah, yeah, she's one of them.
So Sister Sarah started as just a nun from the high school AU, and I named her Sister Sarah because I knew I was going to forget her name. So I had to do the double S's. I was like, Sister Sarah works. Let's go with that. And then you took her and made her amazing.
I don't know what I did.
Well, when we decided to, like, you know, we were writing the comic again, like rewriting it from what the lore I had written.
Yeah.
And I was like, Alistair needs a mentor, and you're like, what if it's Sister Sarah? What if she's like a knight? And like, you pretty much made her a badass.
I mean,
and I love her.
She's got to be a badass woman to, like, you know, raise someone like Alistair.
She's got to be patient as a saint.
I mean, basically.
Yeah, she definitely was not a character I had ever planned on being in, like, an Alistair universe. Jaon's always been around, but I never had plans for, like, Sister Sarah. I'm not good at conceptualizing, like, women. Is that weird? Like, all of my characters are men.
No, that's not weird at all. It's.
I think Juniper's like my breakthrough. Like,
Juniper is absolutely perfect in every way. Thank you.
Okay, Zipper.
He loves his lady, okay?
She's a good lady.
She's a very good lady. Alright, so Shortbeard. The Broken Trust would absolutely get along with the Public Eye for my Badlands game. The party they throw would destroy the building and possibly a bit of the neighboring ones as well. Yeah, that sounds like them. That tracks.
Yeah, like the Broken Trust group are a bunch. They're not all Rangers either. So like there is a fighter. I didn't give names to them, but I have them all drawn.
Yeah, I know in a text chat I did classify them as Rangers, but I think that probably that makes sense for the character that said that to be like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're not all Rangers. There is a very large man that's a fighter. He's actually a redskin tiefling with like white hair, and he has like a big old beard.
Yeah,
he's awesome. There's that guy. There's kind of like this lanky, the lanky cleric kid who's like brand new to this.
Bless him.
Yeah. There's a dwarf too.
Yeah, you had a dwarf. I remember the dwarf.
I had a dwarf. But I want to draw the whole band together at some point.
You should.
Some point.
You'll get there.
I'll get there eventually. They'll show up. You'll see them. Look at that man.
Look at him. He looks good in anything.
Yeah, Colin was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah. I do love Colin. And you've got like a whole like tribe of like druid NPCs now.
I know. Yeah. I get to tell Rocco's story now, which is fun.
Do it. Tell Rocco's story.
No, I'm just saying like for the AU that we're working on now.
Oh God.
I got to drop his full name, which technically
Roscoe.
as a druid, technically as a druid, he doesn't have a last name.
I can't believe his name is Roscoe. I don't think I'll ever recover from this.
I will say the first name and the last name were made for the AU because my druids don't have surnames.
Yeah, that's fair. Imagine how I felt when we were initially doing the high school AU, and I suddenly needed a last name for West, and I was like,
exactly. That's exactly what I was doing with Rocco. I'm like,
oh shit, this kid needs a last name.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna change his actual name though, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So West is going to be short for Wesley.
Wesley, I think Wesley. I think Wesley fits him.
It does.
I really think it does fit him a little bit better. Addie's just gonna go by Addie. He's not gonna go by Adipacer. For reasons, obviously.
That makes sense. So
yeah.
Who the fuck named their child that?
Yeah, exactly. So he's just gonna go as Addie. But I honestly thought about, on his student ID putting his other name, the one Errian gave him.
Oh my god.
Addie was named after his grandfather. Stagheim.
Don't you regret telling people that one?
Hey! Hey, Stag!
Yeah, don't tell Wes things, because he will use it against you.
But yeah, I actually specifically told Jesus that Errian's the only one that calls him that.
Unless Wes is really looking to piss him off.
Exactly. I just realized something.
Yeah.
Danke. Do you remember the last name that we gave to Colin?
Callahan?
William Callahan.
That's right.
I remember it. I'm just wondering if you remember because it sounds eerily similar to someone else I know.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I think, is a fun little nod. We'll have to talk to a person if we can do that. But
Okay.
It was Caval, or right?
Claval?
Yeah.
That's right.
Doesn't that sound like clavicle?
Clavicle.
I was just
God.
thinking about that.
That's another. Oh man, Stranger was an NPC that I started with, and then he just evolved into a cryptid that has transcended through many games.
Transcended time and space.
He really has.
It's fun when characters do that. I like seeing that. The freaking Tatterix are doing that.
It's the Tatterix. They have to be in the middle of it.
Yep.
It's their nature.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. Yeah. Seeing Errian pop up in Sacred World and Horde was fun.
Yeah. I liked bringing Errian in. It was great.
That hair. Donkey. He looks so aggressive.
He's power stancing.
Yeah.
It's the natural stance that you do when you wear lederhosen.
Power stance. Okay, I have this saved.
Yeah, I can't. I definitely liked having him in the party at points, and then you hijacking him for a pun here and there that I
was like, I'm in his brain. Can I please say something that he would say that's stupid?
And now he's out there in these haunted ass woods, and you gotta find him, and it's gonna be great.
It'll be fine. He's competent. I trust him.
You trust him?
I trust him.
Okay, as long as you trust him.
I trust him.
Okay.
I think it's funny that,
Right, time to roll again.
all he's ever wanted was to be a dad and, be with Lena and, do that. And he is just always on game with the dad jokes.
Hey.
And I love that. From, day one, he's like, I got it! Dad jokes, got it.
Dad jokes, got it. Done.
Done. I'm here. Son.
All right, so I rolled for his next outfit, and he got Rancor's ranger outfit because Rancor's also a ranger.
Nice.
So I kind of want to. I personally want to do a small spin on this, if I can.
Okay. Yes.
What if we drew Errian as a kobold?
Oh, do it! Give me the disaster.
Done.
You're gonna give him the Torchic hair, aren't you?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, perfect. That's just me. That's like my mood every day.
Yes. It's just. Okay. Okay, now I gotta think about how I'm gonna pose him.
What's everyone in chat doing?
Yeah, what's going on with y'all?
Ask us questions. I'm in a question answer mood. What do you want to know? We'll tell you. You know what we should talk about? We should talk about Sister Sarah and Colin's story.
Okay, we can do that.
Because I don't think we're gonna go too far into that in the comic either.
I mean, we can.
But
Unless
you want to.
I feel like we have a lot of room to work with. We have the potential to take it where we want to.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has stories that I just want to talk about all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shame in that.
I have so many odd little small details and quirks that I'm like, there's a reason.
Hey, yeah, it helps flesh your characters out.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I think it's super fun to sit there and come up with these obscure things to give your character more oomph.
Yeah.
Is it too much? Maybe. Do I care? Not at all. Oh my god.
Let me go pull up Rancor's outfit for reference.
It's like a little superhero kobold. Da da da!
Da da da! Here I am. I'm a lizard now.
I never, when I was making him as like a ranger, I never vibed with the like idea of like an animal companion for him. Mm-mm.
I don't think he's capable of keeping up with it.
I don't think he'd have a problem with it, but he's just not the kind of guy.
Right.
Obviously, he wants to be a dad, like, really bad. He wants to be in his son's life and stuff, but he's not the kind of guy that would have a pet. Like, I feel like that's, like, not his vibe whatsoever.
Right.
And I felt the same way about Grayson having a familiar. He did in his first campaign, but his familiar was his sister.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Whiskey, come here. Thank you.
You're like,
he wanted to
speaking
be
of
involved.
things that are needy.
Whiskey! He jumped up on me to sit, and I spun my chair to go sit back, and he just jumped right off. Pick a spot, Whiskey. Come here. You're just gonna walk away and stare at me? Get.
Of course he will. He knows what he wants. Do it like this. Wait. Best part about kobolds is I don't have to draw all the fingers. There we go. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over that little fact I learned today about bows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep seeing you doing it now. I'm like, yeah, that...
It's an interesting thing that somebody told me. They're like, hey, so to actually keep your bow from wearing down fast, archers will actually prop them on their foot instead of on the ground. And I'm like, oh, hello? I've learned it.
I still like the whole thing about how archers have deformed backs and arms.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and, they've been doing it for so long. Like, man, he has, like, some muscles, though.
Is that something you're going to be drawing at some point?
I mean, we've drawn it before.
This is very true.
If you're part of the Zesty tier at any point, you saw a whole lot of this man. He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
My hands.
Kind of make this a little...
Also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's like a very specific thing I do with all of the psychs.
Mm-hmm.
So like, here's like one of them. It could be any of them. Who knows? Like, it's probably Jayon.
Looks like Jayon.
So they all have these little markings. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed those on Addie actually.
Addie has them. Jayon has them. Errian has them.
So what is that?
I think I put them on Stagheim as well. I'm pretty sure I did. It's this little detail that's by the eye. I don't know where I got it from. So like, here's like, oh yeah, Jayon again.
Jayon.
But it's kind of like crow's feet.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, like it's just a little detail, but it's kind of that way. It's not at the corner of the eye, but it's just like on their cheekbone, right there. I don't know why I started doing that. It's just a detail that only these guys have. Like a little hereditary thing.
Okay, so we have some questions for you to answer. First one is, what's Errian's least favorite fruit?
His least favorite fruit is dragon fruit.
Is there any reason why for that?
Too many seeds.
That's fair. It's honestly fair. Kay the Mighty asks, what was the deciding factor that Lena said, fuck it, I'll go with this twink?
Like, in the beginning?
Yeah. I guess.
Because he didn't speak. Like Errian's an attractive dude. It's literally because to not blow his cover, he's like, I don't speak Druidic. I'm fucked. I need to like just not talk, and like maybe they'll go away or like just not bother me. And she took it as him being like stoic.
Yeah.
And she was like, hang out together, and he's like, okay, better not be suspicious.
It's like, don't blow this.
Yeah, pretty much. So angry.
Well, that's how you drew the eyes.
Well, how are they drawn? They look angry.
I just did them kind of like little almond shapes. Yeah, like that.
Okay. There.
He would be such a hyperactive kobold. Oh my god.
Good boy.
He's such a good boy. I would not mind playing a kobold in the future. I just need to think of a character for him.
God.
His single tuft of hair.
I love it, thanks.
Yes. Also, Shortbeard says on chat that Sister Sarah and Colin seem to have some kind of chemistry that he can't quite identify. Well, I guess a thing that we could definitely talk about is the fact that Sister Sarah and Colin have known each other for a very long time. Actually, would we say that they're like almost childhood friends? Like they've known each other from a young age, and they just kind of they kind of like grew up around each other. Sister Sarah,
we can go into actual like their history, the lore, what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So Sister Sarah, I have it to where she was she came from kind of like a notable household, not necessarily like high society noble, but she came from a pretty well-off family. They wanted a child that was gonna like, kind of run things for them, but then she decided that she wanted to do her own thing, and so she enlisted to become a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
She and obviously she was like very good at it. Colin also coming from another family, he also enlisted to become a paladin because it was kind of a it runs in the family sort of deal. So naturally it's like, oh well, you're gonna go into the family business of being a paladin and killing monsters and doing good stuff. And so they both enlisted together. They both kind of like had their friendship grow through working together and like training together constantly. And then so what ends up happening is this is also during like a very like rocky time period within the world of Alistair itself, because there's a point where there's like monsters and like demons that are kind of like running rampant throughout the world, and the paladins are having to like work really hard to like keep people safe from all of these like horrible things that are happening.
Yeah,
and,
the leftovers.
So what?
The leftovers.
Yeah, the leftovers from like this really awful war that happened between the gods, and etc. etc. So basically Sister Sarah went out on what would be kind of like a pilgrimage in a way. She would travel around slaying these monsters. Colin was also with her, as Colin was working to become a knight at that time. He was still a squire, but Sister Sarah was knighted early because she was essentially a prodigy in every sense. And then there came a time where there was this one encounter that they had with this really nasty creature that essentially like slaughtered their entire platoon, and both Sister Sarah and Colin barely got away with their lives. Sister Sarah actually lost her eye in that battle, and then Colin lost his leg, and that's why he has a prosthetic leg actually. And so because of that injury, Colin kind of retires himself from wanting to become a paladin, and he still wants to help out, and it's kind of in his nature to just not settle. So eventually he enlists as a city guard, and he works his way up in the ranks there, and now he's captain of the guard in the town, in a settlement of Willesden, where Alistair takes place.
Yep.
And Sister Sarah we said she was essentially like the knight commander of that chapter, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
More or less. Oh, look at that good boy. Alright, what colors are we gonna give him?
I feel like he would be green.
He'd be a green kobold?
I think so. The important part.
Yeah, of course. Naturally.
But yeah, those two are, again, they're NPCs, but they have a very rich history, especially together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that.
I love the chapter that we wrote for them.
Oh, I love that one too. I can't wait to write more chapters like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like their little hand-holdy thing was really cute.
Yeah. But yeah, they kind of have this little unspoken bond because of, all the time that they've shared together.
Mm-hmm. Unspoken bond.
Yep. It's definitely a relationship that Lynn and I like to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Because we think it's cute. Because obviously they in a way raised Alistair because he grew up within the order. Sister Sarah was his mentor. Colin was always hanging around because he works with the paladins of Willesden, and in a way they're we always joke that in a way they're kind of Alistair's parents because they raised him together, and more or less.
No wonder he's such a good boy.
He's such a good boy. But as proven in the Rise of Tiamat game, if Sister Sarah says no, you always ask Colin next, because Colin will. You ask Dad after you ask Mom, so that way you get the kinda sorta yes.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Get that cape.
Yeah, I like their relationship a lot.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm wondering if the paint bucket tool is working because I have a second layer.
That might be it.
Like I've got the base layer, because usually that thing never works.
I don't know, maybe that's what's doing it. Maybe have we finally cracked the code?
I think that's it.
Chat does say that Errian makes a very cute kobold. Can you imagine he would be the most obnoxious kobold? Because it's like you're taking Errian and just compressing him.
Sorry, I was talking to John. I was like, what's your opinion on Errian? And he's just like, I don't know. I think you did a good job.
Aww.
It was very sweet.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate John's opinion every time. Okay, I'm gonna make his eyes blue.
Did we share the picture?
You turned into a robot for a second.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Am I still a robot?
No, you're not a robot.
I said, did we share of what their mother looks like? I don't remember if we did or not.
I think we did on a Patreon post, but I don't think like, well, maybe I did. I don't know. My memory is terrible.
My memory's terrible too.
I know.
I've definitely shared the father.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I can't recall that if I ever shared a picture of their mother, but if not, then I am always willing to reshare that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hold on, this is actually a good look for him. Imagine that if we drew him as an Aarakocra, he would absolutely be a cockatoo.
Oh, absolutely.
See his fringe just like going upwards every time he sees Lena.
Aw. And he like bobs his head.
Aw. Oh my god. Thank you. Now I'm gonna see every cockatoo as Errian.
Cockatoos even have the blonde, like it's even the yellow color.
Yeah, it is. They're so dramatic.
It's like pretty bird.
Nope. Champ is just like laying like flat in front of the door.
He's guarding it.
He's guarding it to the best of his ability. Poor guy. He's been dealing with
storms.
It's been kind of storming over here, but like it's also so we've had like not only our downstairs neighbors, but the neighbors across from us just like move out. So usually whenever they're getting an apartment ready for showing to like a new client, they send the maintenance guys over and they start like redecorating, like renovating everything. And so he's been dealing with like the maintenance guys like not only being downstairs but upstairs, and it's just stressed him out.
Loud.
So much. Yeah, it's like they're loud.
That's how Whiskey is. He's like, how dare other people exist in this apartment? I'm gonna bark about it.
Like I refute that other people exist. It's like do not like.
Make a good kobold.
He does make a good kobold. It also worries me how he would be as a kobold.
Call him like he wouldn't be chaotic. He's not a chaotic guy.
No, of course not. I'm just saying that it's Errian, but you're just compressing and condensing all of Errian into a kobold.
Oh, he'd have so many jokes.
Oh no.
Rocco would never cast reincarnation. He wouldn't help anyone.
No.
Especially no, none of the druids would touch Errian.
No.
With what he did, absolutely not. Like, what he did was, like, unforgivable, and they will not let him let it, like, live it down.
Maybe Wes does it on accident.
There you go.
It's like, what does this spell do? Oh, shit, whoops. So, good news, buddy. You're alive. Bad news. Might need to take a minute to assess your new, everything. What would Errian's reaction be if he just woke up one day and found out he was a kobold?
Let me think about that. He'd probably say, do you think Lena would still like me?
Oh.
He loves her.
He really does. I think it's so cute.
Like, that is, like, some dedicated love there. I mean, Errian he's a good-looking elf man. He can have, like, he's got pickings, but nope.
Yeah.
Do I want to know?
Shortbeard wrote a quote for Kobold Errian. Speak up, Jayon. I can't hear you from all the way up there. And then Jayon squats down and it's like, don't you fucking patronize me. Honestly, I feel like he would still be a very scary ranger.
Yeah.
Only because I know we have a very scary kobold ranger in our party on Thursdays. I mean, speaking of, since he is a ranger, do you want to talk about the subclass that you picked for him and why that is?
Oh, he's a Horizon Walker Ranger. His job, like, as far as, like, the guard that he works for, like, one of the things that he needs to do besides, like, the stuff that he does with the Broken Trust, but he does take his group, and they actually travel around, like, Alistair's universe. On the continent that they're currently on, they actually travel, and they make sure the gates are closed, basically. So, in Alistair's world, there's residual, like, leftover baddies, I guess, from, like, the big war.
Mm-hmm.
And when that big war happened, they came in through these gates, essentially.
Yeah.
And his job and, like, his group's, one of their jobs is to travel around and keep an eye on where those, like, basically those spawning points are to make sure they're not going to open back up again.
Sounds like I need to completely redo my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition and make the Inquisitor Errian.
Uh-oh.
Because because it makes me think of that, how you have to go around and close all these portals to the Fade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Errian
I mean,
ball with that.
I mean, like, these ones aren't, like, these areas aren't technically open. I mean, that's kind of what a Horizon Walker is, also. Yeah. Like, that's just what they do. But, like, these portals aren't open, but something's coming through.
Yeah.
So he has to take his group and like travel around and figure out. That's how he came across Lena's group.
Yeah, right. Man, guess Errian wasn't doing his job very well on in Rise of Tiamat. Everything that's currently going on.
He's got something he needs to take care of, so it's fine.
Yeah.
From what he's told us, at least.
Yeah, he's told you that he's got things to take care of in the woods.
Uh-huh.
He's got things to do. He's telling the truth. It is part of his job to check in on this, because he's a Horizon Walker, and there's something that's in those woods that is taking children. So, I mean, I don't know what's a common type of creature that's always taking children.
That's terrifying. Slender Man.
All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go hang out in these woods for a week. I gotta go find this guy, give him $20 so he can leave these kids the fuck alone.
It's not Stranger.
It's Stranger.
Have you been seeing all of this stuff talking about the Bag Man?
What about it?
Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. What about it?
It's been all over my For You page on TikTok for like the past 2 days. We have the same. We have the same.
I know.
Brain. I should just know by this point if I'm gonna say something. You're like, oh yeah.
TikTok. I hate how sometimes TikTok just blows things up just out of nowhere, and I'm just like, well, great. Now everybody knows about it.
I mean, it's in the Monster Manual. It's been there the whole time.
Yeah, it's in the new Ravenloft, I think.
Yeah.
Installment. Still.
I don't know. Like,
What would Alistair do if he came across the Bag Man?
Close the bag. Hello, goodbye. Close the bag.
Oh my. I have to find my notebook, but remember that one doodle that I drew when we were kind of like writing out notes for like the next couple of arcs?
Uh-huh.
And I imagine Alistair kind of handles it like that like that one doodle I did where it's just like he's like in some creepy old woman's like basically like, say for the sake of it, she's like a hag's house or whatever, and it's just like, oh, opens the cabinet and it's just filled with like bones and skulls, and he closes the cabinet. I think you're out of tea.
What would happen if you flipped a bag of inside holding inside out?
You would create a fucking black hole.
So there's this bag in D&D that any adventurer can get his hands on that could literally make a black hole, and they're just like, it's 10 gold, it's fine. Fine.
More like 50 gold, but
But you get the idea.
Yeah,
but still.
I know. Well, I think it's like 50 gold for an artificer to craft it, but anyway. Okay. Do you have this good boy saved?
I do.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's a lot of like potential bad times out in the world.
It's also bad times that every single one of those bags is technically connected by some
to each other.
They're connected to each other by some temporal space that one entity is constantly walking through, and could decide to just walk through your bag one day.
Mm-hmm.
And either steal you or whatever the fuck you got on you. Love it. Okay, let's do.
Is this gonna be our last one since it's almost time?
Oh my god, honestly. Yeah, because I'm starting to feel it.
Okay, that's fine. I just know we tried to get it done at around like 1 something.
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah. All right, last one. Last outfit. Okay, we are drawing Errian and Revelry's Wasteland gear.
There you go.
Let's go for it.
Do we have art of that
Yeah,
to
let
reference?
me pull that up real quick. I think we've drawn Rev a few times, so let me grab that. Okay, I have this one, and let me double check some things.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll with that. Alright, so I think for this one we'll just
God, my dog is snoring so loud right now.
man, wish I could sleep like him.
Right. Just the gentle snores. Oh man, you made him so sassy.
I mean, you know. Is he not? Let's go over just a tad bit.
You know, as gorgeous as he looks with his long hair, like when he was a noble, he looks. I love his short hair so much.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I feel like as soon as he decided he wasn't suited for a noble life, he was just like, nah, and just cut his hair off.
Basically, yeah. He just went, nah, we're not gonna.
I'm leaving home. I can chop this up and get rid of it. I'll say his long hair is probably not as curly as his brother's or his mother's, because his
Yeah.
father's isn't.
Wasting potential here. It's like, wait a minute, he could be doing finger guns this whole time. I might need an expandus, just slightly.
To the left, right, where you want to go?
That way.
Left?
Yeah, because I need a... There you go.
You know, guns don't exist in their world. Will they know what finger guns are?
Look, he calls them, finger crossbows or some shit. I don't know.
Giving you the pointies.
Giving you the look. He would coin it. That's for sure.
The pointies.
Can you imagine Errian with a gun? That scares me, actually.
He'd be good at it.
He'd be scary.
He's a very good marksman.
Yeah, he is.
And it's scary. What, you know.
Get back up there, you. How dare you? There. No. Are you playing Seinfeld?
Oh, yeah, I walked into the other room real fast. John loves Seinfeld.
Oh, what is happening?
Oh, it's the reset.
I've been sitting here trying to resize Errian and he just doesn't want to be.
Right? Like, I don't understand why it does that sometimes. Let me see if I can try it. I've tried. You got it? Okay. I've tried to do that sometimes, and it's like, nope. It's going to snap back to your old one.
Yep.
Is he good? Is he done?
For the I'm just gonna because let's see, yeah, because I'm working off the last couple arts we did.
Oh, okay.
So just to make sure I got all the little. Cause he's got a scarf. Wait, hold on, that didn't translate well.
Is it a scarf or a bandana?
It's kind of like a scarfy bandana, you know. It's hanging around his neck.
Mhm.
Just want to make sure that this all makes sense.
Squidly says, Wild West, OK Corral, Sharpshooter, Errian.
He would make a really good Doc Holliday, and you cannot change my mind.
He would.
Oh my god. Now I gotta go watch Tombstone again.
Never seen Tombstone.
Lynn. That's okay. I didn't watch.
We have so many movies we need to watch.
Dude, we have so many movie nights we gotta do. But yeah, no. So, I mean, first we're gonna watch Sinbad. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We can do that tomorrow as our reward.
I'm doing something very fun tomorrow.
You are doing something very fun tomorrow. Saying you should reward yourself with something fun.
I can't think about the reward when I haven't done the thing yet.
Okay, fine, do the thing first or I'll yell at you. It's a terrible ultimatum.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about the things you're gonna do tomorrow.
Me too. I'm gonna go ahead and start lining his face.
Yeah, go for it.
You're always giving him that pointy, the square jaw.
I can't help it.
It's like a force of, yeah, it's a force of habit. I do it too. I'm still mad that you made him look like Han Solo.
It's not my fault that the aesthetic fits. It's not my fault.
It does.
It's not my fault. But they are very similar. Okay, so there's this, because I feel like this is a fun thing to talk about. So, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you are not familiar at all with the anime Mob Psycho 100.
I've never even heard of that.
Okay, so this is a personal favorite of mine that I like to watch sometimes because it's a really trippy show, but it's also a really good show. About this kid who's psychic. He's Like he's got these like telekinetic abilities and etc. And he basically hunts ghosts with his mentor, who is this self-proclaimed psychic medium. And so the fandom has done this thing where they take this character. This character is like he's like if you mixed Errian and Stranger together, and this is what you get.
That's terrifying.
But it's like he leans more in towards Stranger energy in a way, but he is like this. He is this like blonde-haired guy, and I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, this is funny to me. So so the fandom does this thing where they take any cursed meme they find on the internet and they just redraw that character as that meme, and I'm like, I think we need to do something like that with Errian.
Errian doesn't deserve this praise and attention.
And yet we have an entire night dedicated to him.
It's about side characters.
Yes.
That's what I am saying. It's about, at least.
Send them to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, it's a good show. If anyone hasn't watched Mob Psycho 100, I highly recommend it. It's just it's fun.
I don't have fun.
Lynn, you're allowed to have fun.
No fun allowed. Only work.
Oh, Cyber Rose Art has popped in. Hello, Rosette. Says, sorry I'm late. My sister and I were doing each other's nails. Aw.
I love it.
What colors did you pick? That's an important question I need answered. And yes, thank you for joining us, Rosette. We are in the midst of drawing Errian in Revelry's Close, requested by Shane. We
talked about Colin. You missed that.
Oh yeah, we talked about Colin. I'm so sad that you missed it. I was hoping that us talking about Colin would have like pulled you from the void.
We talked about his backstory and stuff. And
Shortbeard says, one thing I love about Rev's outfit and him as a character is that he's so amicable and sweet that everyone genuinely is shocked when he pulls out a near Hellboy-sized revolver. I would be shocked too. Because just like the general, like how you always play him, he's so sweet, and then all of a sudden I'm imagining this Hellboy-sized revolver, and I'm like, oh no. I imagine it takes a lot to make him mad. See, Cyber Rose Art says she actually had a color that perfectly matched Saffron's cape. Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So naturally, that's the color you picked. Yes. Now I'm imagining Saffron having his own line of nail polish, and it's...
Yes.
One color is called Poofy Sleeves, the other one Hand of Vecna. Another one, hashtag stressed. Oh, she says, no, I missed the Colin talk. Oh.
We can, if you have any questions, we'll answer them for you.
Yeah. If you want, Q&A is up right now. If you wanna ask some questions about Colin, we will answer them.
Yep.
Very glad.
No holds barred.
Yes. Learn more about your favorite guardsman today.
Today. There.
I will say that if I ever met Errian in real life, I feel like he is definitely somebody I would avoid.
He's not a bad guy.
No, of course, he's not a bad. I'm just saying that in terms of like energy levels, if I was
this guy's
a bar and that's like knowing him, he'd probably be like the loudest guy at the bar when I walk in because he's gonna be with his dudes. I'll just be like, ooh, yeah, avoiding that.
He's like on all the time, basically, I guess is the best way to put it.
He's just never off, never.
Cyber Rose says, what's his story? How do you join the frat bros? Colin, I'm assuming.
Yes. So, cool. All right. It's fine. I will talk about this again. So, Colin, he came from kind of a family that was in a pretty okay spot. They had a career of becoming paladins. Like it's kind of like a thing throughout his family that you join the paladin order, you become a cool, awesome paladin bro knight. You save people, you kill monsters and all that stuff. Like it's something that's like passed down through his family. So he ended up recruiting at around almost around the same time as Sister Sarah did. So they worked together. Sister Sarah, however, was like more of a prodigy in terms of like skill and magic and all that stuff. Colin didn't have any magic, if I recall. So
no.
He wasn't quite as like adept as like Sister Sarah because she's like in tune with like the holy powers and all that. So they trained together. Sister Sarah became knighted, and then she began her pilgrimage throughout their side of the continent, which basically is them going around and killing like these monsters and demons that are kind of like running rampant in the countryside and like harming people. So they make it their business to like slay these monsters, save these people, make sure everybody's okay. And it was during one particular skirmish that a really, really bad monster kind of like reared its head, basically like slaughtered their entire platoon. Sister Sarah lost her eye, she was injured, and Colin lost his leg actually. And it was Colin losing his leg that had him kind of step away from the Paladin Order so that he could like recuperate, but he still wanted to help people, so he joined the city guard in Willesden, and then just over time he kind of worked his way through the ranks and became captain of the guard. And so now he's running things in town.
And would you say Colin's part of the Broken Trust as well? I think he is.
I think in a way he founded it, I would say.
Yeah, I think he definitely founded it.
Yeah.
He's not actively like doing stuff because of
I realized Errian was too yellow in skin tone.
I'm gonna like go back over it.
All right.
Like for with the shadow.
That's fine.
But I definitely think that
he's yellow. He's so yellow.
He's got that yellow energy. It's fine. The wasteland.
It's
desert dust.
Yeah, it's the desert dust. So I'm looking between like I think it's just on my tablet because I looked at my tablet and I'm like, oh, he's so bright, and then I looked at my screen and I'm like, oh no, he's fine. Shortbeard says for Rev, Rev usually only pulls his gun on people who threaten his family or who the Eye has deemed too dangerous to still be living. Gotcha. Cyber Rosard. Oh, Cheeseums, good for him. Oh. Yeah, Colin went through a lot.
Yeah. But, you know, he also helped raise Alistair. So.
Yes, he did. He's essentially, as we've said, in a way, kind of Alistair's dad. Father figure, in a way. Because anytime Alistair wanted to do something and Sister Sarah said no, he would go to Colin, and Colin would say yes.
Okay, the body says Colin has seen some shit.
Colin has seen some shit, honestly.
He almost died.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has an amputated leg up at the knee.
Yep. Yeah, so he does walk around with a prosthetic. Peaches is actually like his means of mobility, like in case he has to like go any great distances.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. But yeah, no, he's got a. I mean, he's still a very competent fighter. Like.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, of course.
He was trained as a paladin.
I mean, yeah, he was. He has like all of the paladin training minus the magic.
Yeah, Colin also has the mark of the broken trust as well.
Yep. Yeah, they all like we discussed it earlier. They all have that branded on their body. It's somewhere. Is it in the same spot, or are they like do they get to pick?
It's all on their chest.
Oh, okay.
Colin actually has a scar across his collarbone too.
Oh yeah. What's that
just
from?
Just the fight.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's got scars.
I mean, it makes sense. He almost died.
Yeah.
He would.
But we were talking.
Come away, a little bit scratched up.
Yeah. Yeah, Rose, that we were talking about how you pretty much pulled Colin from that one shot.
You literally pulled him from the grave.
Yep.
Like a true necromancer. You have revived him, and now he is gonna be a pretty recognized character within Alistair.
And he's not bitter about anything either, which I like about him.
Yeah, he's
not retired.
Easily,
he just does his thing.
Yeah, he could have easily been like, that kind of like grizzled, bitter, kind of character, but I think it's the fact that he's just tired. He's just like, it happened.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you catch him on a everybody has a bad day. I'm pretty sure if you did catch him on a bad day, he'd be a little bit like, if you say the wrong thing, he'll get a little upset at you, but other than that, it's just he's just more resigned if anything, but he tries to like push himself to keep moving.
I like that about him.
Yeah.
He's so handsome too. I loved drawing him for that chapter. Like, look at this man.
He's so handsome. I'll never forget when I just decided to draw a young Colin just because I needed to, just to see it.
Oh, can you please share that?
Oh yeah,
as
I'll
well.
definitely share that. He looks like a little Disney prince. I love him.
Young Colin is a Disney prince.
Yeah, because there was during the time when I was having I was dealing with that freak snowstorm that absolutely destroyed Texas because we don't know what snow is. I was staying over at Shelby's place. They were letting me stay, me and Tabitha stay there until you know, we had power and water and all that. And we had an impromptu one-shot that we all played, just, you know, for fun to pass the time, because nobody could go anywhere. Everything was snowed in. And for the one-shot, I decided, well, I'm going to play a young Sister Sarah just to see how she is, you know, in a group of adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
One, she's an absolute beast.
Yes. Correct.
And I was like playing her at like when she was like freshly knighted, so she was like, you know, 18 basically.
Mm-hmm.
She was knighted.
And they've known each other that long.
Yeah.
They've known each other for a very long time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so essentially, I was playing a young Sister Sarah, and I drew her like as a younger version of herself, just to see what she would have looked like when she was like, you know, new and freshly knighted. And then I was like, oh, I should draw Colin too, just to see.
They're so cute.
He looks very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll definitely have to share that on the Discord.
A good-looking fella.
Oh yeah.
He was part of our Zesty tier too. Just saying.
Okay, let's see. There's quite a bit going on here. Let's see. Kay the Mighty says that Colin and Rancor can bond over nearly dying in the college AU. Let's see. Shortbeard. There's a blonde elf leading the public eye that Kay the Mighty and I agree would be disastrous if they ever met, so many explosions. Oh no.
Errian's not a chaotic fella. He's just loud.
Things just tend to happen around him.
Correct.
See, Cyber Rosard, Thafrin, Colin losing a limb and seeing some shit. Aw, solidarity. Cyber Rosard, I saw a good boy and I wanted to see him thrive.
Aww.
In terms of Colin being resurrected.
Yeah.
Oh, he is thriving.
He is thriving. He has his own little backstory and everything.
Yep. And also, Thafrin has a scar on his chest from when he almost died, too.
Yay!
And yeah, Sister Sarah with 2 eyes. She had 2 whole eyes when she was younger.
Yep.
Oh. And Boisterous Bard is heading to bed. Good night, Ash. We're about to head to bed ourselves once we're finished with this piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
There you go.
There we go.
Look at that guy.
Look at him.
He's beautiful.
This is a look that definitely fits him, I feel.
Yeah. I think he, like you said at the very beginning of this, I feel like he would fit in anything.
Oh, for sure.
Can you imagine him in Grayson's boots?
No. That's the one thing that's
Like-
not allowed here.
No one else is allowed in Grayson's boots.
Nobody's allowed to Grayson's boots. You'll have a very angry 6'6" tiefling to answer to.
Look, excuse me.
Excuse me, those aren't yours. I'm gonna need you to remove yourself from them, or I remove your legs. Thank you.
God. The passion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like no matter what you put him in, it would work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'll need to share the image of him with long hair at some point. I'll have to make a proper image of that.
Yeah.
I want to make a proper picture of that one because I want to play with his hair a little bit. God, him with long hair.
Yeah, I showed that sketch to Shelby today at Ren Fair because I had to explain that the whole premise of me making you draw that because I wanted to see it.
And what was the reaction?
She sighed, looked off, and was just like, "Of course he's hot." Yep. Errian's a very handsome guy.
He is.
He really is. I'm so glad that we actually got an image of him doing finger guns tonight, because I think that was like a goal at some point.
Oh, I forgot to share this to the group. I'll do that right now. I actually got fan art of Errian today.
That's right, you did.
I did. So hold on one second. I'll put it in the Demiplanes chat.
Yes.
Look at him.
Oh, he looks so good.
He looks so cute.
He looks so good.
I like how I just told the artist, like, just do whatever. Like,
just do whatever.
And, well, I gave him the images from the comic, because that's the armor he wears in the comic. And,
that's his guard uniform.
I love that the default hairstyle is the Pidgeotto hair, which is what he originally was supposed to have. I'm like, yes, I'm here for this.
Oh,
and that earring, though.
So the context here. So the reason why I brought up the image of long-haired Errian was because we were watching the joust, and there was like an MC for the jousting tournament, and Shelby was like looking off, and it's just like, is it just me or is he cute? And I'm just like, it's either he's really far away or just that he has curly hair. And that's your type. And so I was like, oh, speaking of, and that's when I showed the image. It's funny.
Then what's Rocco's thing then? Not bad for Rocco.
It's the allure of bad decisions, I think.
Rocco doesn't make bad decisions. What?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
I know what you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my fault you guys bypassed that whole thing.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway.
I could stare at this man all day. I've also... Rocco is a bad decisions in a person.
Oh.
He's not. He's not. He is...
Shelby says, I'm also attracted to men I know will hurt my feelings.
Okay, let me speak... let me speak on Rocco's behalf here.
Uh-huh.
The way Jesus plays him a little bit more zesty.
Yeah.
Than I originally intended. He's not like the kind of guy that will like sleep around with people. He's really not. Like, that's not his thing. But you know, when that's what you do in druid things, he doesn't really think twice about it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, he's not like going around and like with everyone, but you know. Anyway, he's very casual about it. But
you know, it's like the Iron Bull quote. Sometimes it's an affair that lasts all day, or you're in and out in 5 minutes.
It's like going to a healer.
Yeah, it's like going to a healer. You're either there all day or...
No, Errian is not a zesty kind of guy. He is very emotional, but that's because of what I have him doing for his work.
He's just I think he's just a fella with a chip on his shoulders.
Well, what his original concept was, and what it is in my universe, is that he's a dream druid. He actually has a whole bunch of like arcane tattoos on his back, and he is a embodiment of a dream catcher. That's what he does. So he travels around and he tries to relieve people of the bad things that are going on that aren't necessarily their own thoughts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like it's kind of like someone kind of cursing you and being like, you're gonna have like these terrible nightmares and visions. That's his job, is to go to those people and to basically absorb it to a point where it fucks him up.
So he's the therapy friend without, his own therapy friend. Got it.
Yeah. Essentially, he's the Pagliacci of therapy friends.
Yikes.
Yeah, so basically his arcane tattoos catch all of this bad energy to a point where it'll, like, if he doesn't go to the Feywild to kind of like release that tension, it'll start making him crazy and very aggressive. He's not a bad guy, he's just got a real shitty job.
Okay.
What?
No,
What?
No, it's fine. Everything I say is just in just with Ziffer energy is all I'm saying.
Yeah. But I really like that about him. Like he's innately not a bad guy. He's just very aggressive because of the things that he has to deal with. But he's a nice guy, like, once you know him. Obviously, Juniper saw something in him.
Mm-hmm.
He was very sweet to her. And he has a soft spot for her. They will never be together.
Right, so he's got one thing going for him. Good. Good, great. Fantastic.
He's not a monogamy kind of dude.
Of course.
I mean, unless
it's within his culture. It makes sense, honestly.
It's within his culture. That's just not. I mean, unless there's someone real special, he has not met them yet.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what I told you about him? We can. It's fine. That was my canon.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I blanked for a minute.
No, you're fine.
I mean, we can.
If you want to talk about it or ask any questions.
I rag on Rocco being, the embodiment of bad decisions, because in Lynn's original canon for the druids and all that, it's
if you remember, let me backtrack for a second. If anyone was in the one shot, I know Rosette was in that one shot. I don't know if anyone else here in chat was.
I was, and Ash was, but Ash is.
Yeah.
Ash went sleepy time.
Yes, with sleepy time. That's fine. But yeah. So basically, there was this one shot that I ran where Adipocere went missing. That's about it. They had to go find him.
Yeah, and Rocco was an NPC we came across.
Yes.
Who was hiding stuff in his tent.
Yes.
Like a suspicious person would.
Yes.
Yeah. And
do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it. Like, I don't recall all of the details to it, but essentially what Lynn had divulged to me was there was an incident that happened that basically was Rocco kind of having a hand in Addie's original death.
Correct. It was an accident.
Uh-huh.
It was. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was. It was.
It was an accident that happened. So Rocco, he's a dream druid. And
yes.
He's unintentionally involved with a certain entity of nightmares.
I like
and
her.
overall bad times.
Him and Stranger would have some really interesting talks, I feel.
Yeah. Basically, I'm getting some really sketch vibes. So basically, those followers of that deity, they have a thing where they will poison you, and it'll get you to fall asleep and have nightmares. That's what happened.
Aw, cheapers.
to Addie, Rocco was like, okay, I can just let him, like, we'll just go out to the forest, he'll drink this thing, it'll be fine, he'll do the thing, and then that'll be it. Like,
Bad vibes.
Yeah, and it actually wound up killing him, and Rocco was like, fuck. It was an accident that happened, you know, and they just left him there, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Leave them be. And also canon to my story, the person that resurrected him was Errian.
Yeah.
Well, he's
right.
not directly Errian, but Errian got help from a lich. And that's how Addie got his phylactery. Well, not his, but
the thing that was
Errian made it.
His pacemaker.
Yeah, his pacemaker. Yeah, Errian made a deal with the lich, saying, "Please bring my son back," because Errian never had that bond with him, and he's like, "I can't lose my son." So the lich was like, "Okay, but he is going to be my vessel for my phylactery." And Errian's like, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever." And Lena found out about this and was not happy.
Errian said, "I like your funny words, magic man."
Pretty much. But yeah, that was that story for that one shot of what, like, how he originally passed away. So
yeah, as far as
and also
we don't know anything.
Yeah, it was an accident that happened. Rocco does feel bad about. Rocco loves Addie, like, very much so.
Of course, they grew up together.
Yes, among other things. But what was that?
Nothing.
What, you sure? I thought I heard something.
Oh, Rocco. He is a character.
He is. And that's why I keep saying it was an accident. He's not a bad guy. He's really not.
Yeah.
He's not. He's a bit of a dick sometimes, but that's just circumstantial.
A bit of a dick, sure.
Lucifer. Oh, and you know, it's funny though, because like Elm is also an NPC that we have a great backstory for.
Oh, I love him.
Kay the Mighty, Addie and Rocco are like Allie and West in terms of friendship.
No! Not like that. Allie and West are absolutely the bestest of friends, and only the bestest of friends.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
Addie and Rocco. Anyway, so I think we've done it.
I think we're good.
But yes, I do love Elm. He's such a sweet little boy. Elm
takes after his dad, Rocco, so much. Sometimes.
Don't tell my DM that.
I'm just saying.
She loves Rocco. Don't tell her that.
I mean, totally not. I'm reading these comments. Oh, jeepers, so rude. Rude, man. But, yeah, we've done it. Errian is here. He put on everyone's clothes. He had a good time. He's a happy man. He just wants Lena's love.
He wants a family to love is what he wants.
That's all he wants.
That's all he wants. He needs to go give his brother a hug.
I know, he does.
Alright, so we've done it.
We've done it.
Another successful evening. Oh, Lucas, that's right.
Yeah, Lucas.
I love Lucas. He was so cute.
Lucas, the little artificer elf, who's very shaky.
Shaky boys.
God, I forgot what his construct's name was.
I can't remember it either.
If anyone remembers, let me know, because I actually did forget.
Yeah.
It's all on my other phone. I just remember Grayson's stone familiar being Stony. Stony.
Stony.
He was named after Stony from oh god, what was it? Encino Man. That's what it was. You ever seen that movie?
No, I have not.
It's got Pauly Shore in it, and he's like, "Hey!" Like he's just his ridiculous self, and his name's Stony. And I'm like, "Yes,
God.
I love this man." Stony in Encino Man is Errian energy.
Oh god.
Like goes into a gas station and then just sticks his head under the slushy machine and like turns it on.
Of course.
You're really jamming my vibe, bro.
Oh god.
Safer's son. Cypher's heart says Safer's son.
Yeah.
I should have him pop into the AU. He'll be like Lucas would be that kid who's supposed to be like a senior in high school, but he like skipped a couple, so now he's a sophomore in college. So he's just like younger and very skittish.
Very small. Very small, very afraid. But very smart.
Very smart. Colin and Faithrin and Lucas all in the same area.
I feel like Colin would give really good pep talks to random college students he sees hanging around on the quad.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Colin's a good man.
Colin is a good man.
I'm excited for Colin and Faithrin to reunite.
I'm so excited for that.
It's gonna be very, very, very cute.
Yeah. Okay. But with that, I think it's time for us to all go to bed.
Yes. We're getting into dumb territory here.
Yeah, at some point. I think it was around with Errian and the slushy machine.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Kay the Mighty for giving us this suggestion for tonight's Demiplanes episode. Go check out all of his work at Lionheart Custom Creations on Instagram. And if there's ever an idea you want us to play around with on the next Demiplanes episode, feel free to ask us. You could mention it in our Demiplanes channel on the Discord. Send us a message, whatever. We enjoy your suggestions and inputs very much.
Your curse suggestions, even if they're like this.
Yes. I was given another suggestion like a while back, but I think we're gonna wait on we're gonna wait.
Sounds good.
It's an all. Cause I think we need a buffer from an all Errian episode.
I agree with that. Errian takes up a lot of brain space.
Oh my god.
He's so loud.
I feel so much of my brain just slipping away right now. every time
anyway,
I have to write him, I'm like, oi.
You love it, don't lie.
I do love him. Alright, so thank you guys. Give us your suggestions if you have any for next time, and
we're gonna upload these on Discord too.
Yeah, we're
all these
uploading these as we speak at the moment, at some point.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll see you next time. See you on the Discord, and as always, hang loose and stay righteous. All right, bye guys.
Bye.